When customers ask me which protein is best, I say it depends on your goals. To help build strength, support recovery, now the world's best protein powder formulas are buy one, get one half off. We'll find the right one for you. Just ask. We make it simple. GNC.
You're listening to the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and Jae, live and direct from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. Get ready for some boxing talk on the clock. Let's face it, you're not working and somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Good morning. Jae, you there?
I am here.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It is RB and Jae. This is the Morning Punchin' Show, the most unpredictable, honest, and authentic morning boxing show in the game. Special guest today on Hotline Bling will be heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Bomb Squad. Woo. Jae, what's poppin'?
Bomb Squad. What's going on, RB? Another great day here in LA. Ready to talk some boxing this morning with the fans. We're going to introduce our new segment, the question of the day, and let's kick off the question of the day. You'll have an opportunity to call in, or if you're a little too shy to call in that we've seen, you can tweet either RB or myself at JetHang. The question of the day is, who was a more formidable opponent for Gennady Golovkin? Was it Dominic Wade or was it Willie Monroe? Who, in your opinion, fared better against Gennady Golovkin? So make sure you call us so we can get your responses. The number is 718-508-9852, or you can tweet your responses to either of us and use the official hashtag of the Morning Punchin' Show, hashtag MPS. So we can see your responses to the question. So ready to get into it, RB?
All right. Lines are always open. Jae gave 718-408-9852. Press 1 if you want to speak your piece. We're going to be recapping the fights this weekend. Answer the hot question. Call that number if you want to play Know It or Blow It. We're going to give away a free boxing shirt from RagingBabe.com store. So let's punch in. Let's start with this weekend's fight recap, Jae. Let's open up with Chocolatito versus Nick Arroyo. It went the distance, and there was a wide unanimous decision for Roman Gonzalez. Give us the scoop.
Right. The scoop, great atmosphere. The Los Angeles fans have really adopted Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Nicaragua was in full effect at the Forum in Inglewood in my backyard. So a great atmosphere. I was really surprised that the fight went to distance given the way he ended Brian Valoria in his previous fight, but a great fight, always a great test to see true champions have to battle through a little adversity. So still a great outing, but Chocolatito, this might be his swan song at a flyweight. I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like McWilliams Arroyo was really game, so I didn't want to I don't want to take anything away from him, but you could tell Chocolatito wanted to finish him, but he couldn't. There was some really good stuff in there. There was some good body work, there was high intensity, but he just couldn't finish a one-shoed Arroyo. Did you see the shoe fly off?
What the hell? Can we get this man a shoe sponsor? Come on, Island. What's up for McWilliams Arroyo? Somebody tweeted me, what brand of shoes is he wearing? I said, those must be those pastries. I don't know, Russell Simmons. Can we get him a better, that could not have been the Adidas that we know. That was terrible. I was wondering about that. What happens? Can you replace your shoes during a fight?
You know what? What a bad look for Adidas. And actually you can. If you do have a backup pair of shoes, you can get, in your corner to run and go. Obviously your corner has to change your shoes for you because you got your gloves all taped up and laced up. But pretty much the sole on the shoe just swung off. And they literally had to tape his foot around the shoe. It was such a bad look. But anyway, I know that you were hearing rumors that maybe Chocolatito, was having a lot of problems making that weight. And I think we did see that. I mean, he looks good. Can't wait to see him again. But I think he probably could have finished Arroyo if he probably wasn't draining that weight the week of the fight.
I agree. There were some grumblings around the weigh-in. The word on the curb was Chocolatito during the course of his camp was having a little difficulty with weight. He brought it on home on the day of the weigh-in, but I agree with you. Probably that extra draining did a little bit something to his intensity, maybe his conditioning. He made it the distance, but he definitely couldn't finish off McWilliams Arroyo like his previous opponent.
Sure couldn't. Let's roll right into Golovkin weight. Well, you know what? Before we do that, what's next for Chocolatito? Did you attend? Was there a post-fight press conference? Did you hear anything on Media Row? You know, is it Estrada? Who's it going to be next?
During the post-fight press conference, he said he always is interested in the fight against Estrada. That's definitely something that's on his radar. Other than that, nothing real pressing in terms of another opponent. Estrada is the fight that people want. It's a rematch. He won maybe Inoue. That's a possibility, but that Estrada fight, that's a hot fight and definitely a fight I know the fans want to see, and myself included.
Yeah, and I like the pairing of Chocolatito and Golovkin. We'll talk more about that later. So anyway, right. Golovkin Wade, really short night. First, the Fabulous Forum was lit. Jay, I think there was like 16,000 people in attendance. 2 non-American fighters did that. It was incredible. Talk to us about the atmosphere there. There was so much action and drama.
The Forum was rocking. I mean, it was great just on a personal level to go to a fight there in my own backyard. I wish my pops could have went with me. It was a great atmosphere. The people were so excited, but what really, really killed, I mean, they were excited for Chocolatito. The crowd went wild when he came into the arena. But what really killed it is when Golovkin came in and first kicked it off with his Triple G song that group did for him. Okay, cool, whatever. But when he threw on that Dr. Dre and that Vicente Fernandez, I said, wow, he's killing it. He got the black. I mean, if you from LA, specifically Inglewood, you get down with Dr. Dre. I said, you are a true G, not a triple G with that shit, because that was hot to death.
You know what's funnier is that he used the Vicente Fernandez song that Canelo uses for every single fight. He used his ring-off song, made it even funnier to me.
Oh, my God. Troll game on 100,000 trillion. What's even funnier is we used that question on a previous show we did when we said, how Mexican are you from zero to Vicente Fernandez? I guess Triple G is more Mexican than some of the folks that we've had on the show previously.
Oh, no, I could only imagine. I mean, through the television, the atmosphere, it just looked bananas. Everybody went wild. So let's talk about the fight. Dominic Wade showed up empty-handed, girl. He needed a bat. He needed a gun. He needed a knife.
My God. It was just,
round 1 looked all bad. You saw where it was going.
Terrible.
Here's the thing. You got to want to fight Golovkin. I mean, he's an animal. You got to want to fight this man. You cannot cheat the grind and then think you're going to hang with a dude like Golovkin. You're going to face surgical violence. You cannot be a part-time fighter to survive with him. You cannot just get up for one fight and think you're going to do okay. You know, we know that Dominic Wade had a lot of out-of-the-ring distractions too, but, you know, I'm not going to make excuses for him. I mean, he didn't show up. He didn't look good. You know, he felt the power. He was very uncomfortable. And, you know, that's why nobody wants that work. Nobody wants that smoke with Golovkin, Jay.
Not at all. That man is a killer.
Yeah. You know, Golovkin is doing what he's supposed to do. There's a lot of people out there that, well, he still hasn't fought a legitimate opponent. He's fighting, you know, B, C level guys. But at least he's on the way. He's not getting in with B and C level guys and going 12 rounds. He's not going in there with B and C level guys and getting knocked down. Okay, we see this happen a lot. And, you know, and I'm a big Keith Thurman fan. I like Keith Thurman a lot, but we've seen it with Keith Thurman where he fights B level guys. We saw Collazo almost hold him. We saw him go to the death and hell and back with Robert Guerrero. We saw him with Bundu go 12 rounds and it not be a fun fight. So at least Golovkin's getting in there with these guys who are willing to fight him. And at least he's in the matter. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Isn't that what we want?
Exactly. He goes in there. He does what he's supposed to do. People critique his opposition. These are the people who take the fight with him, but he's getting them out of there in 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. If you say this man is fighting tomato can, then he should get them out quickly. Well, that's exactly what he's doing.
That's right. His work ethic is incredible. if you watch a lot of his like media day workouts and pictures put on his social media, he's always doing these neck and wrist and forearm exercises. I mean, usually when fighters post pictures or media workouts, they're doing all this fancy mitt work, right? And they're hitting the bags and they're just trying to do all this. They're jumping rope. When you see Golovkin, he always doing these neck and wrist and forearm exercises. He's got heavy hands, Jay. He will take a punch to get one off, and he could take a punch. His power is incredible. He turns his punch over. He knows how to snap at the wrist. He enjoys the spotlight. He has tremendous confidence. Look, I mean, I don't know what there's really not to like about him, honestly. And I'm not just tooting his horn. I'm not on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? But, what's there to like about him?
I agree. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's fighting the guys that are in front of him. The debate will rage on between him and Ward and Chavez and Froch and all the people who've been connected with him. But ultimately, he's doing what he has to do. And I'm not on the payroll either.
So we have some people hashtagging MPS out there.
Yes.
The hot question today was, who was a more formidable opponent? Was it Dominic Wade, Willie Monroe? Let me just to read a few of these. I'll have to get the column up for you so you can read next time. Let's see. CL_knowledge says Monroe, but did not think the gap between them was as wide as it turned out to be.
Oh, boy. Yeah, definitely. Let me pull up the MPS hashtag, too. Let me see what I can see if we can get some more listeners. Thank you, listeners. Remember, if you are listening to the Morning Punching Show, use the official hashtag MPS, so we can see your responses. Who was the most formidable? Who was the more formidable opponent for Triple G, Willie Monroe or Dominic Wade? So we look forward to reading more of your responses as the show goes on.
Yeah, one more here we have is I am here twitting, and this is Monroe because he looked in better shape than Dominic Wade.
Yeah. And that was another thing. When we got to the weigh-in for the fight, I was surprised, and it's no shade or disrespect, but I was surprised that Dominic Wade made weight because when we saw him earlier in the week at the media workout, he still had a bit of a roll on his back. And at 160 pounds and somebody who is long and gangly like he is, I was just surprised to see that. But, hey, he made weight, and we're now on the other side of the fight, and it went just as we discussed here on the Morning Punching Show.
Yeah, one more before we move on, and then let's see, we'll have our special guest, _Gilio_ says, definitely Willie Monroe. Dominic Wade looks significantly overmatched. Monroe at least was able to win a round and had more in his arsenal than Dominic Wade. Thank you, Gilio. These are really good. Thanks, guys. So, Jay, after the fight, of course, Max Kellerman had to ask Golovkin about Canelo, and he said, give me my belt. I need all my belt. And the Mexicans went wild. They weren't booing him. What did this tell you?
This is going to be very interesting. We have the Mexican fight fans who are unapologetically beating the drum of Gennady Golovkin. However, Canelo Alvarez is a true, quote-unquote, Mexican from Mexico. Where's he? Guadalajara, Jalisco, or Sinaloa. I forgot where Canelo's from. At any rate, what happens, Mexican fight fans, that's something else. That's not the question of the day, but use the hashtag MPS, and we want to know, who do you cheer for in a fight in Canelo versus Triple G? Triple G has been out and among the fans and, really doing things to really connect with, some call it pandering, some call it brilliance, but Canelo is that guy. So who do you cheer for? But as of right now, the Mexican fight fans in Los Angeles and predominantly, it seems, the United States are all about Team Triple G.
Ooh, it did sound that way. And Golden Boy's Eric Gomez said, right now, Canelo has a fight with Khan. We'll make a decision after the fight. Golovkin is not the first guy to try to, work Canelo into a fight. He's not going to be the last. That doesn't make fights. We'll make the fight when we feel like it's the best time. So it didn't sound like we're going to get that fight soon.
No, don't hold your breath. What was really funny fight night, too, I have my Twitter up. Bernard Hopkins had his troll game on 100,000 trillion during the whole fight. He was channeling his Steven Espinosa on fight night. I said, oh, B-Hop talking mess on Twitter, but it was pretty great. Always great to see that kind of stuff to sell a fight. As long as it's not disrespectful, it's cool.
Let's see. Well, I hope we don't have to wait 5 years for like we did for Floyd Pacquiao. Hopefully Canelo and Golovkin happens when they're still young and they still got it. The fans want it, they deserve it, and we don't need to wait 5 years.
No, I hope not. Definitely don't want to wait 5 years. My God, in 5 years, how old is Golovkin going to be? Golovkin's going to be something like 37 years old in 5 years. Canelo still be young, but in 5 years, will the luster still be there? Canelo might not even be able to make middleweight in 5 years. So I don't know. We'll see. We will definitely see about that.
Okay.
Well, I think that, oh, wait a minute. I think somebody is calling in on the hotline, Blaine. Let me see who it is. Oh, I see somebody calling in on a hotline, Blaine. Who do you think it is, RB?
I think it's Mr. Deontay Wilder.
Oh, boy. Let's see.
This like Brooklyn fight of his and talk about camp and a bunch of other things.
Knockout in Brooklyn. I think there were like 16,000 people there. Explain to me the atmosphere in that building that night. It almost felt like graduation day for you watching it on TV.
Yeah, the atmosphere was crazy. It was exciting, and you know, I'm definitely looking forward to doing it again. Looking forward to definitely making that arena a home away from home. We knew it was going to be a packed out crowd, sold out, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. You know, the Polish people definitely showed up and showed not only Oscar love but myself as well too, and I gained a lot of Polish fans after that fight. Definitely before the fight, and definitely well after, due to my sportsmanship that I showed inside the ring, being concerned about his health and stuff like that. But you know, that's what it's all about. Boxing, that's why you can't play this. This is a serious business. You know, this is the hurt business. Sometimes you're not gonna get out like you came in. And hopefully he's doing good from that fight. You know, because it was a devastating knockout. I really think he died like 3 to 5 seconds in that fight and came back alive. Thank God. But you know, I'm looking forward to all challenges. Anybody that comes, you know, I can't wait. I can't wait for this one. I can't wait for Russia. I can't wait for Alexander Povetkin, May the 21st. It's going to be exciting. This is what it's all about. The heavyweight division has lit up, and I'm gonna make sure, as one of the kings of the division, I'm making sure that it stay lit and it stays on fire. And it's starting May the 21st with Alexander Povetkin.
Speaking of people bringing people back to life,
this could have been done a long time ago. You can run around like you're a preacher and all that you want, but baby, I promise you, when you step in the ring, I will baptize you.
Hallelujah, Deacon Wilder. Hallelujah. Now, please tell us exactly how this baptism would go of Tyson Fury. I'm serious. You need to put that on a T-shirt.
Well, when we fight, I'm thinking about my custom wardrobe. As I thought about that fight, you know, I definitely got to be dressed in white, you know, because I want to go to the Nile River. And when I touch him with these gloves to his face, I'm looking for a devastating fall with no touch. Just all head first. You know, they say when a fighter hit head first, you can automatically go on and count him out. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I mean by baptizing him. So when I touch him with the Holy Spirit, he's going to get it's going to, because you already know what to say.
Touch him, Wilder. Yes, Lord. Touch him, Wilder. Touch him. Put the hands on him. Touch him, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Deacon.
Yeah.
Should we start calling you Deacon Wilder now?
Yeah, now we may play us to play around.
A little bit about May 21st with Alexander Povetkin. So you have to go to Russia, and the question I have for you is, are you going to head over there a little early? Because I assume that you want to adjust to the time, the food, the climate. How are you going to acclimate yourself in Russia?
Yeah, we're setting up our travel schedule as we speak now. So I'm definitely about to get ready to pack up and head over there to adjust to the time difference and different things like that. You know, I've said it once and I've said it again many times that the Olympics have prepared me for for dealing with different countries and going over and fighting in different cultures and stuff like that. So, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, being the heavyweight champion of the world. And the key word was of the world. And to be able to defend your title, not only just in America, but in other countries, it says a lot. And it plays a big role in being a legend, having a legacy built. I'm going to be the first American heavyweight champion who's ever defended their title in Russia. Not even the late great Muhammad Ali, and he's my all-time greatest of all time, have done that. This is going to be amazing for me, not only for me, but the fans that's watching as well too. Me building my legacy and what I'm trying to do, and it definitely starts here. So I'm looking forward to it. No added pressure on me at all going there. I'm not worried about the judges. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable going to Russia. I adapt to any environment and situation that it is, and I handle it business like I'm supposed to. I'm going over there looking forward to knocking him out and gaining more Russian fans and coming back home safe.
That's great.
All right.
So we watch you on social media, and we've noticed that you've added a new member in your camp. You got a girlfriend? Please, that beautiful girl that you've been posting about.
Yeah, that's she's been good in my life, man. Without women, men, we wouldn't be nothing. Y'all are the key to life. James Brown said it best, though. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. All jokes aside, she definitely she understands the business of boxing. She understands, when I need my space and when I need my peace. And she's the type of woman that I don't have to tell her nothing to do. She automatically does it. And that's the most thing about it, that excitement. Not only that she has beauty on the outside, but she has just as much beauty on the inside. And for that right there, it keeps me grounded, it keeps me humble, it always keeps me focused on doing whatever I got to do.
I like to jump into your social media, so I had to jump into your Twitter when I knew we were talking to you, because I remember the last time you were pretty lit when we talked to you in January. I went over to Twitter now. It's all lit. I love you and all that. You turned in your Twitter fingers for some. Oh my God! You went from Twitter fingers to loving fingers. You went from bomb squad to flower squad.
Well, I got different sides of Deontay. There's different sides of Deontay Wilder. You got your fighter side and you got your lover side. I'm a lover and a fighter, but I'm a lover first before a fighter. Only time I fight is when I have to, when I feel threatened, or when I feel like I have to defend my precious Sophia. And it go hands in hand. Sophia don't have no problem with me sharing with another woman, and that's all that matters. She don't give me no problem with that. She actually encourages it. So with that being said, I'm happy. Everybody around me happy, and that's all that matters. My family happy, my kids are happy. As long as all these guys are happy, then I'm happy. I'm able to do what I have to do and live my life. I got an amazing life, and it only get better from here. And I just thank God every day that I wake up that I can say, man, my life is wonderful. And go on with myself to try to make it even greater, because each year I want to be a little bit better than I was last year. I want to be a little bit farther than I was last year. I want to be an amazing person, not only just father, but friend, whether it's a boyfriend, whatever, advisor. It's a lot of features that come with Deontay Wilder, just not just him being a great guy inside the ring, but also as well on the outside and in my personal life as well too. So
go ahead, Deacon Wilder, bringing all this harmony into the universe, all this happiness into it. You better talk. We're gonna have to get you. We gotta get you to write a book of like daily affirmations. Daily affirmations by Deacon Deontay Wilder.
They
might want to.
They love is the most powerful feeling in the world, so we are very happy for you. We wanted to touch on that because we see how happy you are to be in love, and she's gorgeous, so good for you. So before we go, last time you were on the show, we played a game with you called Chin Chat, and we asked you a bunch of different heavyweights in your division, and it was so funny. And we want to play Chin Chat Reloaded with you, because since we last spoke to you, a lot of these fighters fought, and they didn't do all that great either. So anyway, Jay, why don't we start with Chin Check Reloaded and get his thoughts on some of these guys?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start out. The last time we had you on, we asked you about Charles Martin, and you went, good luck. What happened to Charles Martin, Deontay?
I don't, being that he was from America, of course we always got to go with our countrymen, but, seeing that this fight and seeing that, I really felt that Martin could have got back up. He could have fight, but I didn't feel he wanted to fight no more. I think that he was doing it more for the money than actually trying to build a legacy for himself or trying to really keep his title. It was it kind of embarrassed us as Americans, to go over there and do all that trash talk for one. Because if you're going to talk as much as trash he did, you got to. It's a guarantee that you got to either give a great tough fight or do what you said you're going to do, knock him out. And he didn't do either. He didn't do either one of them. And for that, it was an embarrassment for him to be an American. I really felt that it was more about the money and stuff like that. But, who knows what holds for the future for the kid, man. He's still got a lot of growing to do in the division. And we still wish the best for him.
How'd you like his outfit?
It was too tight. That was one of the reasons why I felt he lost. The leather they had made, it was too tight. He couldn't spread his legs enough to get his balance. So when he got
oh God!
He could have handed it all over. Just handed it all. He could have kneeled down. Well, he couldn't kneel because the pants were too tight. So, but he could have took off the hat. But I don't know. I just think it's gonna be so flashy. If you're gonna talk like you're gonna handle business, then handle business. That's where I come from. That's where I come from. If we're gonna say we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it. And it's gonna be done in great fashion. Not first round, second round, you get knocked out, and then you leave the ring, don't have nothing. You had so much to say before the fight, but after you're speechless. And that's what more things like, well, he didn't really care because I'm finna get a big payday. I'm finna be able to live my life for a little short period of time like I want until the money run out, and then back to the next.
So for the record, it was the booty chokers that cost him the fight.
Y'all funny.
All right.
We're going to move on to Amir Mansour. He took an L against Dominic Brazil. And last time we asked you about him, you called him old, ugly, broke, and on back pay. So do you think he's fully on back pay now, even though he bit through his tongue?
Yeah, I see that. I see it. It was a great fight, though. You got to give it to them. They went at it. It was a great fight or whatever. I definitely had Mansour winning that fight for that reason. But Brazil supposed to have got him out of there a long time ago. Brazil style didn't fit in with Mansour's style, and with that, he let Mansour have a dog in the fight, and let him run loose without taming that dog and walking him. And when he speak a command, that dog listens. That dog didn't listen. So but it was a great fight while it lasted.
Well, Deontay, last time you were on, you said that Anthony Joshua was a fraud. After seeing how he handled Martin, is he still a fraud? It's still a question about Joshua. Martin wasn't ready for that fight to begin with. Like I said, again with that fight, I think it was more of money. It took courage to get in there in the ring. First off, it takes courage to go to another country, but money will make you do a lot of things. It'll make you eat doo-doo if it's the right price.
Lucas Brown, so since we last spoke to you, he won a secondary heavyweight world title. Then he failed the post-fight drug test, and they found a bad substance. And then, he went and took a lie detector test. He passed the lie detector test. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they should give him what he earned and deserved. Give him his title back, or especially if he's passed the lie detector test. Russia's been getting a bad rap about the drug testing and the different things that's going on, and it's been bad. It's been very bad. Brown, everything came out right for him with the lie detector test and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I think they should get off his back, give him back his title, and let him enjoy himself. and look forward to defending the title that he won. That's how I feel about it.
All right. And one final before you wrap it up for the day. We last spoke to you, said Shannon Briggs probably could only get licensed on Indian casinos, and we see him popping up. Is he a clean fighter now? Is he ready to go off of the casinos, off the reservation?
I can't validate nothing for that man. You just never know. With him, you never know. That rage and stuff that he has, I don't think that's a natural rage. I think that is something that is making him have that rage. Maybe if you see him trying to promote himself, that is the way he promotes himself to try to get a fight. It's been so long that he haven't had a decent fight. And hopefully he gets the fight. I'm a type of person, especially when you're dealing with fighters, and I know people have family, and I'm all for family. So if that would have taken to go around different countries and stuff like that and yell around and try to get a fight, then hey, good luck to you. As long as you don't piss nobody else, especially in nobody else's country, and get kidnapped, because I don't think nobody will care about you in America. You go around and taunt people and stuff, you get hit in the head with something, that's going to be it. There's going to be enough of that, and we're going to say man down then. But we hope the best for him. We hope the best for him. He's very entertaining in what he's doing. He's keeping the people tuned in to boxing, and boxing needs a mascot. And if boxing had a mascot, he would be it.
We want to thank you for taking the time to call into the Morning Punching Show on Hotline Bling. We really want you to keep winning, Deontay. We are big fans of yours. We think you're a lot of fun. We think you're great for boxing. You're entertaining. And most of all, we feel like you're authentic.
Most definitely. Thank you so much, and thank you guys. It's always a pleasure and fun to be on the show and let me express myself how I feel. I always keep it real because people. One thing about people, they're gonna read bullshit. And the thing about Deontay Wilder, he don't kid around. He tell it how it is and how he feels. If it fits anybody, well, go. I ain't gonna say that part, but all right, guys, y'all have a great day.
You too.
You too.
All right, pleasure talking to Deontay Wilder. He is so authentic, so real. That's why we love talking to him. Whenever we a good friend of ours on the Morning Punching Show. Hey guys, we want to play Know It. You guys have to call in 508. If you want a boxing trivia, you must press 1 on your keyboard so that we could see that you want to play. So again, press 1 if you want to play. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back and we'll pick up a caller play.
Are you looking for a website that has all the latest and upcoming boxing events, plus unique and stylish boxing shirts and hoodies for men and women? Go check out RagingBabe.com. It's your one-stop shop for the most current boxing info and fresh boxing apparel for him and her. Shop online today at RagingBabe.com. Use the promo code RB20 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase today. That's code RB20 for 20% off your entire purchase today, only at RagingBabe.com. So join the movement and see why attitude and loyalty become passion and determination, only at RagingBabe.com.
Do you have any brave souls on there willing to play?
We have no brave souls who want to play Know It or Blow It. I think they're scared. We have a ton of callers in the queue, but nobody wants to press 1 to play Know It or Blow It. Aw, man. Come on now. Nobody wants to win gear from the Raging Babe store, or maybe your boxing IQ is not where it should be. Come on, fight fans. But, we got somebody who pressed 1. We got a couple of brave souls who want to play Know It or Blow It. See what happened when you question fight fans' IQ? Let me bring somebody in. Let's bring in this 718. 718-404. You're on with the Morning Punching Show. Who am I speaking to, and where are you calling from? 718, you're on live. 718-404, you're on live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
What's your name?
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from New York.
All right, Daniel from New York. Woo! 10 seconds, one shot. Answer this question.
You are coming in a little broken up. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can move. All right, go ahead.
All right, can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
All right, we're going to give you a second.
Canelo Khan on 7th, who is the co-main event fight.
The co-main event fight for what?
For Canelo Khan.
That's Tapia and Lemieux.
You got it.
All right. That is correct. The co-main event for Tapia Lemieux is Tapia Lemieux for Canelo Khan. Congratulations on answering the question correctly. You will win something from the Raging Babe store. I believe you will be able to choose a T-shirt from the Raging Babe store. If you don't currently follow Michelle, make sure you follow her so that she can hit you up on Twitter and connect with you to get your prize.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right. I'm going to put you back in the queue so you can continue listening to the show. All right, and we are back. So now we will move into one of our favorite segments on the show, Pranked. This week, we had RB call up a fighter who is fighting on a card coming up at Fantasy Springs, Eddie Gomez, and Eddie Gomez found himself falling victim to Raging Babe paying a little prank on him. So let me go ahead and play it, and if you enjoy it, make sure you use the MPS hashtag.
Eddie.
What? Hello?
My
Yes.
bad. Hello? Yeah.
Yeah.
What you calling so early for?
Nothing. I'm about to brush my teeth.
No.
I have to make
you're
sure
gonna
you was up.
No, I was actually supposed to be up at 6. I did oversleep
You see?
because I couldn't sleep.
I helped you.
No. No, listen, I felt bad because were you calling me about that press release?
What press release? Which one?
About
I'm lost.
John Carl Sosa.
Oh, yeah. What's up? What up? What's up with him?
That he's injured. He had to pull out of the fight.
You lying.
I got it right here. It says Puerto Rican boxer John Carl Sosa injured at a May 20th fight with Eddie Gomez. John Carl Sosa is injured and has been forced to withdraw from his May 20th fight with Eddie Gomez. The fight was set to air on Estrella TV at Fantasy Springs Resort. For now, Eddie Gomez is still set for action on the card. Eddie is a 2-time Junior Olympic national champion and the son of a Honduran boxer. I'm reading it right now. I thought that's why maybe you were calling me.
Nah, I ain't even know about that shit. He a liar, though. He lying. Wait, they posted it?
Yeah. I just
On
read
what?
it to you.
On what website is that?
It's Bad Left Hook. Hold on, let me get the right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, look, you've been pranked.
Yo, why you playing with me for, yo? Nah, now you playing. Yo, why you doing that for? All right, yo, I'm going to call you back.
You've been pranked. The guy is not injured. He's fighting. You've been pranked by the morning show with RB and Jae.
Yo, why you playing? Nah, you lying. I ain't get pranked. You serious?
I'm serious. The guy is not injured. You're still fighting John Carl Sosa on May 20th.
Yo, what's up? This is Eddie Gomez, and I've been pranked by RB and Jae this morning. I'm upset.
When the mind is ready, the body prepares for war. So next time you engage in battle, protect your hands with the best. War Tape, the original branded tape. Order yours now at wartapebrand.com and see why the enemy will fear you. wartapebrand.com. We put hands on you.
So you will never shout out Eddie Gomez. Anyway, let's run through a topic. Many to talk about. Definitely able to touch on. So the WBA is ordering Jae to fight him.
Oh, no, I think we're losing RB and Jae, so I'm going to pick it up right where she left off. In light of this weekend's Golovkin versus Wade fight, we know that all eyes are fixed on trying to see a fight between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez, or Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. And we are fully aware of the WBC's order that Canelo and Golovkin must begin negotiations should he emerge successful against Amir Khan. they have to begin negotiations sometime in May, or Canelo will be forced by the WBC to vacate the belt. Well, in another development this weekend, the WBA has hopped on the bandwagon with trying to get Triple G an opponent, and they are now stating that if Gennady Golovkin is unable to get the fight against Canelo Alvarez, they will order Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs has been sitting in the cut as the WBA regular champion for quite some time. So Gilberto Mendoza Jr., who is the head of the WBA, happened to be at the Golovkin card this weekend and said he is also the mandatory for Golovkin. So if it so happens that Canelo Golovkin doesn't happen, then they will order Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs.
I think I'm back, Jay.
Yes, you are, and you sound perfect.
I am so tight with Danny Jacobs. Tight as in, I got a bone to pick with him. I'm a little upset with him. All he's had to say is, I want to fight Golovkin. He has been the WBA regular champ now for 2 years. Who wants to be regular? Like, seriously, if you're a fighter who just wants to be regular, all he has to do is say, I want to fight the super champ.
That's right.
The boss. I want to fight the boss. Let's bump. You know, but he's kind of happy just being content and being regular. And it's a clear job nobody's talking about. He won't fight the boss. He hasn't said a peep about wanting to fight Golovkin.
Not, or to quote Bob Ray, he didn't say boo about it.
Woo! You want to move on to Chris Algieri?
Let's go on to Chris Algieri. Oh, Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri, as you may or may not have read, was having actually, we spoke about it on the show before, that Chris Algieri was unhappy with his purse, and that's why he was a little bit quiet on his end during the promotion of the fight against Errol Spence Jr. Well, news broke that he continues to be unhappy. $325,000 purse that he had against Errol Spence, that he had to split 50-50 with his promoter, 175 racks with his promoter, Joe DeGuardia. Good God, that's a lot of money to split with your promoter, huh, RB?
Actually, you got a little mistaken. The whole package offer was $650. When they split that $50, he got $325. His promoter got $325. And a little word on the curb is that the same thing happened for the Manny Pacquiao fight. So they had to split $1 million back then. So 1.5 went to Chris Algieri. 1.5 was split up between Banner and Star Boxing, and it was pretty much like, you're going to take the 1.5 to fight Pacquiao, or you're going to fight Ruslan and make $300,000. So, you know, before the bout, DeGuardia, he declined to disclose the information, the full pot, which under the Muhammad Ali Act, he has that right, and he has to show Algieri what the full pot was until the checks were cut. So when, you know, Chris saw that and said, man, I had to pay my trainer, my upman, my attorney, my accountant, my coordinator, my sparring partners, my strength and conditioning coach. Like, dag, I'm not making nothing. My promoter is making it for me. So that is, I mean, look, I'm sure he probably signed something, you know, that made the 50-50 split, you know. But, man, that's borderline rape. Like, real
That's terrible. I can't even imagine. That's just awful. That poor guy, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't have an attorney when he originally set out in the deal, but a 50-50 split, that is a lot of money. And in the same respect, to bring it kind of full circle, Al Heyman gets a lot of critique, and I'm not here by any means to beat the Al Heyman drum, but I can almost guarantee Al Heyman is not letting these promoters take a 50-50 split with their fighters.
Not at all, and that's why we see them going over to London. We'll talk more about that on Word on the Curb. But look, a lot of these small promoters, they do invest in fighters when nobody wants them. There was a time when nobody wanted Chris Algieri. Nobody knew who he was, and they did. They signed him. They invested money in him. They built his record up. They did a lot of fights in New York. So, yeah, when they start making more money, they want their cut. They want to see a return on investment. So it is a double-edged sword. But still, 50-50? mean, 20%, even 30%, I'm like, all right, I could understand that, but that's a significant cut of pot. Jay, other hot topics. You were at the Kovalev press conference in LA. Talk to us about that announcement.
Yes, we had a roundtable with Sergey Kovalev and his promoter Kathy Duva in Los Angeles ahead of the Golovkin-Wade fight this Saturday, and it was announced that Kovalev's next opponent will be Isaac Chilemba. He will be fighting over in Russia on July 11th. Right now, they're exploring options to see if HBO can broadcast the fight from Russia, and it's not a matter of, from what I understand from Kathy Duva, it's not that the network isn't interested, it's that the network has some technical things they would have to work out, but they will be doing their best to broadcast Kovalev's fight over there against Chilemba. Chilemba, of course, is also signed to Main Events, but the tone of the press conference, you can watch the full press conference on Bad Culture TV on our YouTube channel. It's broken up into 3 pieces. Chilemba is signed to Main Events, but it's very clear who the priority is for Main Events. Also, the speculation should be over to whether Kovalev will be fighting Andre Ward. That fight has been signed and agreed upon. The only thing they don't have is a venue. It's just contingent on both of them winning their next fight. So Kovalev's next fight against Chilemba and Andre Ward against an opponent yet to be named. But that fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. We will have Kovalev versus Ward or Ward versus Kovalev coming up this fall. So right now the focus is Isaac Chilemba. Kovalev seems to be intrigued by the matchup, but with his other matchups, Chilemba might be a little bit more formidable. I don't know how much more formidable he'll be than Sullivan Barrera, but I don't see him having too much difficulty in this fight. The only difficulty I could see is this will be his first time fighting in Russia since, I believe, 2011 in front of his hometown crowd. And as we've seen when some fighters return home, Sergio Martinez, we see they don't fare too well when they return home. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs, but I anticipate another overwhelming victory for Crusher Kovalev.
I'm not mad at that fight if it's off TV. I think it's a fine tune-up for Kovalev.
Absolutely. Just not an easy touch.
Oh, Nonito Donaire, he wins big. He stopped I think it's the guy, how you say his last name, and he called out Rigondeaux for a rematch. Nobody called out Riggy. Nobody. If I was Riggy, I would jump all over that. I'd be on the phones with Top Rank, Carl Moretti, Brad Goodman, Bruce Trampler, ASAP this morning saying, Nonito called me out? Let's make that happen.
Right. Yeah, that's really interesting. I don't believe Nonito is still specific to HBO, but wow, that's a great fight. It's a great. Rigondeaux needs a big fight. Nonito Donaire said he wanted that rematch long ago when Rigondeaux mollywopped him on TV. So hey, he wants to fight. Rigondeaux needs a fight. Let's get it cracking. Put the fight in Macau. Man, that's a good look. I'll watch that fight.
Yeah. The other big one that was semi-formally announced was Carl Frampton versus Leo has pretty much been set for July 30th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. There has not been an official press release, but that is what's floating out there. Lou DiBella retweeted me the other day with a big happy face, so I'm figuring he's going to be the promoter on that card, and it is going to end up in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we like a happy Lou. A happy Lou is a good Lou. So yay for happy faces.
Oh, happy Lou. Let's see. Why don't we could either go right into Word on the Curb. What do you think, Jay?
We have somebody in the queue who has press number 1 to talk to us. I'm going to pick up this 718. No, that's our caller that just played Nowhere to Blow It. Yeah, let's go right into some Word on the Curb. Let's get it.
All right. Word on the Curb is, let's see, where do we even start? Julian Williams versus Jamal Charlo winner Trout. Okay, I probably didn't say that right. That was a tongue twister. Word on the Curb is J-Rock will get the winner of Mal Charlo versus Austin Trout in August in Brooklyn, and that will land on the DSG undercard. DSG right now are really banking and praying that Andre Berto wins. If Victor Ortiz wins this week, I'm not sure what's going to happen. It didn't sound 100% that if Victor Ortiz won that he was Danny Garcia, but best believe if Andre Berto wins, that he'll get the Garcia fight. So expect the winner of Canelo Trout to indeed get Williams and Auckland. Word on the curb, Crawford Postle is pretty much a done deal. And there should be a press conference soon to announce that fight. So for all you Crawford Postle junkies that really wanted that fight, that looks to be happening. There's 2 fighters in the running for this Javier Fortuna fight, and it is Jamel Herring and Jason Sosa. Jamel Herring has been on Twitter, and he said, I agreed to the fight. As long as the contract's good, I'm with it. He'd have to actually go down 130 pounds, and he's saying he could do it. The New Jersey/Philly fighter, Jason Sosa, also saying, I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's bang. Jason Sosa, if you remember, got the draw with Nicholas Walters in December on HBO, which a lot of people did feel it was a robbery, but he did put up a good fight. Not a lot of people know Jason Sosa, so he's been tested. So look out for Jamel Herring or Jason Sosa getting the Fortuna fight. Dominic Breazeale, it was officially announced today that he is going to London to face Anthony Joshua. So, look, money is so big over there, guys. The money is too big. A lot of people are saying, oh, Heyman's sending his guys over there to be sacrificial lambs. PBC ain't got no money. No, Hearn is offering so much money. The money is too big over there. Let's be honest. Dominic Breazeale made $150, maybe $200,000 to almost lose to Amir Mansour. He almost got knocked out by Amir Mansour. I'm told Dominic called Heyman and was like, yo, I want to go to London. I'll take that Joshua fight. I'll make a couple mil. That's better than making a couple $100,000 to get knocked out, wouldn't you think?
Most definitely. They got money to spend over there. We know their arenas are going to be packed. And if these guys can go over there and make that big money, hey, more power to them. Here, here's something I'm thinking about. So we've got Martin goes over there. We got Breazeale, who's now going over there. Eddie Hearn is a promoter. I don't believe Eddie Hearn is a manager. Are we going to see an Anthony Joshua shift to Al Heyman in the future? He and Eddie Hearn look to be doing a lot of business.
They look to be doing a lot of business. And I read on snboxing.com, our buddy Adam, he did an interview with Steven Espinoza, and Espinoza told him, we absolutely want to get Anthony Joshua on Showtime with a long-term deal for the rest of his career. So it looks like he's being steered towards Showtime as well. So I assume it would be a natural fit, right?
That would be a great deal for him. He's exciting. He's terrific to watch. He's a good-looking guy. He's articulate. He's been finishing these fights in spectacular fashion. So that's a win-win for everybody. So if Steven Espinoza and the good folks over at Showtime can pull off that cue, congratulations. You got another high marquee. Can you imagine? They would have the whole exciting heavyweight division on lock for over at Showtime. You've got Deontay Wilder, who's exclusive to Showtime. You'd have Anthony Joshua, who's exclusive. And then you build it up to a potential super fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. That is a phenomenal event that we could be maybe a year away from, contingent on them both winning. That's a fantastic look. So if it happens, I definitely I'm tuning in. If it's stateside, if I can get there, I'm getting there.
Before we get to the boxing schedule, one last thing I want to say about this Dominic Breazeale going over to London for Joshua is that Heyman and Hearn are washing each other's hands. It does look like Breazeale is another sacrificial lamb, and he may well be. But Hearn has sent over Crampton. He has sent us Miguel. He sent over McDonald twice. He sent Brooke for Porter. So this is really not a one-way street when you really start thinking deep about it. Pretty soon it's going to have to give up Kell Brook again. We're sending Breazeale back over there. We all know that they want to make that fight. Pretty soon, give up Brook. Jay, we could either pick up someone or we could wrap up the boxing schedule. That's it for Word on the Curb.
All right, well, let's see. We got a couple of minutes before I jump into the boxing schedule. I'm just going to pick up a caller. Let's see who this is. I don't know. Shall we go to Philly? Shall we go to, I don't know, some of these area codes. That's pretty exciting. Word to Ludacris. I don't know. Let's just pick up the 26. Let's do random. Let's pick up the 504. 504, you're on with the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and Jae. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Calling from Mississippi, and this is Coach Green.
Hey. What's going on, Coach Green? What's the word?
Nothing much. Just enjoying these fights. We got another fight coming up this weekend, so I'm ready to see these fights.
All right. Did you want to play Know It or Blow It? Or did you want to dish on this weekend's past fights here with Golovkin?
I just what y'all think about who y'all picking to win this weekend?
We were just about to get schedule. There's a few fights. So, are you talking about the
Berto Ortiz?
Berto Ortiz. Hey, yeah. I'll let you take it. I don't know. I don't know.
Berto Ortiz. It's interesting. Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna pick Berto.
Go ahead, sir. Mm-hmm. What will be interesting to see is who has more in the tank at this. We have Ortiz, who's had some focus challenges over his last couple fights. We've had Berto, who's been in some tougher challenges but has been mentally engaged. It's right now it's too close. It's too close to call. Honestly, I think Vic Ortiz is going to be the spoiler and pull out the win.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I won't be shocked at all. Right. So that is our prediction. We're going to get into some more fight predictions. I'm going to put you back in the queue, and then we're going to wrap it up with our predictions. Okay, Coach Green?
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Before we move into the weekend fight schedule, I believe we will pick up one more caller. The console is freezing here. Why don't we go right into the weekend fight schedule? So before we wrap it up, Morning Punchin' Show, keep using the hashtag MPS. This weekend, April 29th, PBC on Fight. We have Anthony Durrell versus Caleb Truax. That looks like it's going to be a pretty exciting and pretty interesting fight. Once again, PBC on Spike, April 29th. Also on the card, his brother, Andre Durrell versus Blake Caparello. And we also have Jonathan Guzman versus Daniel Rosas on the card. So if you want to tune in on April 29th, which is this Friday on Spike, you can check out the Durrell brothers coming back. On Saturday the 30th, we've got Badu Jack versus Lucien Boutte on Showtime for Badu Jack's WBC super middleweight title. Also on the card, James DeGale versus Rogelio Porky Medina for DeGale's IBF super middleweight title. That's a pretty good card there. We got Chris Pearson on the card against Joshua Keane. Sharif Bogaré making his Mayweather promo debut against Samuel Amoako. So that's going down on Showtime on Saturday. On PBC on Fox here in my backyard, Carson, California. I'll be out at the media events all week. As we just mentioned, Victor Ortiz versus Andre Berto, rematching their 2011 fight where Victor Ortiz was the winner. In the co-main event, Edwin Rodriguez versus Thomas Williams Jr., Fernando Montiel versus Jorge Lara, Terrell Gausha versus Orlando Lara, Gerald Washington versus Eddie Chambers. Pretty packed card. Going to be a long day at the StubHub Arena. Let me make sure I get my sunscreen out. For those of you who want to tune into BN Sports Espanol from Guaymas, Mexico, Pedro Campa versus Jose Alfaro. From London, Huey Fury versus Fred Cassie. Fred Cassie is the kid that went life and death with Chris Arreola. So if you're watching across the pond, you can tune into that fight. And in Panama City, Anselmo Moreno versus Suryan Rangbasi for a bantamweight eliminator. So some interesting fights that are coming up this weekend. There was another fight that caught my attention. I don't see it now. Oh, also on April 27, 2 days from now, which is Wednesday. If you are a fight freak and you want to tune into a fight coming from Tokyo, Takashi Uchiyama versus Jezreel Corrales for Uchiyama's WBA junior lightweight title. It's a bunch of title fights coming on Wednesday if you want to watch from Tokyo. So that is it for the weekend fight schedule.
All right, lots of fights coming up. I'm actually really, really looking forward to that Ortiz-Berry match. The other card is really solid. I think this is going to be Eddie Chambers' last chance. He's either going to have to show up or go home. And the Thomas Williams, Edwin Rodriguez fight should be really fun. I totally forgot that the Durrell brothers were fighting. I'm not even going to front. I don't see that show doing well in Atlantic City. But anyway, we're going to wrap up here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. And that's about it for RB and J. Make sure you visit fatculture.net, raging.com. Follow my girl Jay at Jet Hang. We appreciate you for listening today. Shout out to Deontay Wilder, my amazing coach Jay. Catch up every Monday morning from 8 to 9. It's the Morning Punchin' Show. Thank you again for making us a part of your day. RB and J, that's it. So we're out.
We're out.
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.